If your freezer goes out in the winter months, you pretty much have it made. If you live in the northern part of I shouldn't say the country because YouTube goes all over the place. But if you live in a northern region where it's cold in the winter, you're home free. You're all set. We enjoy using our garage as a freezer in the wintertime. But I had a friend that had her freezer go out, and it was out for a long time before she knew it was, and her food stayed frozen for much longer than they say it will. And it was still had ice crystals. It was still cold. Everything, nothing got to be room temperature for quite some period of time. So you may be fortunate enough if you have a power outage to be able to use your food over a period of, I'm not going to say how long. I'm not going to say how long, but longer than 2 or 3 days. And in order to do that, you need to get in and out of the freezer quickly. You don't want to stand there with it open very often because the the frozen products in the freezer will help keep it cold. The accumulated frost, if you have some in there, will help keep it cold for a while. And you don't need a big rush of warm air going in there in the summertime. So just a little short video about thinking ahead about how you could arrange things in your freezer. If you have a chest freezer, you probably already have baskets that you have your items arranged in. If you arrange the baskets in, if you arrange the baskets, let's say you have 4 baskets. Let's just say 4. You might want to put a variety of items in each basket so that it would be what you would want to take out all at one time. I'm just trying to get you to get a visual going on here. If you have 4 baskets, you might want to have, a little fruit. You might want to have a couple packages of butter. You might want to have a little chicken and a little beef all in one basket, and maybe some fruit juice or whatever it is you keep in your freezer. Obviously, the ice cream and popsicles need to come out first because those are going to melt first. Um, Bread, you might want to, if you freeze your bread, you might want to have a couple loaves of bread. So think about the way you use your freezer and think about the way you use your food, and try to, if you want to do this, you totally do not have to, but if you want to try to do this so that you can grab one compartment out of your freezer every time you go to it. So the idea is you go to your freezer the first time after the power goes out and you're able to open it up, grab one box or basket or what have you out of the freezer, and it will have a variety of things you can use for several days, be it bread dough or cinnamon rolls or fruit juice or hamburger or chicken or fish sticks or whatever you think you will use over a time frame. And just instead of putting all the beef in one place and all the bread in one place and all the margarine or butter in one place and so on and so forth, have a variety of things. So you can open the freezer, take a compartmentalized box or basket out. My mouth is really dry. I'm sorry. I need a root beer barrel here. Take one basket out, shut that door right back up. You may be able to keep your freezer colder longer. I have no clue by surrounding it with things like newspapers on the top. Once the power's out and you're trying to keep it cold, you can then, anyways, to try to insulate the freezer on the outside to keep it as cool as possible. Also, if your freezer's in your garage, I'm going to back up here just a second. If the freezer's in your garage and it gets warm in the daytime, it's a really good idea to either open your garage door partway open or all the way open and let the air blow through it. Redundancy, I know, Captain Obvious and the Queen of Redundancy. That's me. Back to the freezer. Where was I at? I think I totally lost my train of thought. That doesn't happen too often. Something about the variety of things you have in there. I may have to stop this video. At any rate, the idea is that you want to be able to take things out quickly and close it back up and have a variety of foods. And now I got to go back and see what I missed. That's the end.